Hi, welcome to Season 4 of the Breakout bot game Diaries. In this season, we are going to focus all of our attention on the new Rasa version, namely Rasa version 2.0. The reason why we'll be upgrading, in part, has to do with the fact that it's easier to maintain a project if you keep it up to date with the most recent version. But another reason is that this new version of Rasa has a lot of cool features. There's a new entity detector that works based off of regex, there's a new data format, and we've got a fancy new rule policy that we can use in this version. But it's not all new features though. There are also a few things that are being deprecated in this new version, like some NLU models that have been replaced by better ones, and also because we've got this new data format, the old ones will eventually go away, and this new rule policy will also replace some of the old policy mechanisms. The goal of this season will be to migrate our project, and although we won't go over all the changes in Rasa 2.0, we will discuss the relevant changes that you need to make to this project to make it compatible. To get started with this though, I'll first need to install the new Rasa version. You can install the new version of Rasa from the command line. One thing to pay attention to is that you are in the right virtual environment when you're installing. But given that we can just run pip install, give it the extra upgrade flag, and we can then say install the latest version. In this particular case, I want to be specific, so what I'll say is let's install Rasa versions 2.0.3. At the time of this video, that's the most recent version. Once you've installed the new version, you can confirm it by calling the Rasa version command. And you'll already notice that something is different when we run this command. Instead of just getting the version for Rasa, every time we run this command, you'll now get the version of Rasa that's installed, the version of the Rasa SDK, as well as the Python version, operating system, and Python path. This is useful because if you experience an error and you would like to submit an issue on GitHub, you can just copy and paste all of this information, and that's going to make it a whole lot easier for the Rasa developers to debug. So that's nice, but the main thing to observe here is that indeed we have the right Rasa version installed. The fact that we installed the new Rasa version doesn't mean that we're done just yet. If I were now to run Rasa shell, then something awkward would happen. This shell command is going to look for the most recent model. However, the most recent model that we have is probably trained using an old Rasa version. And the thing with these models is that they aren't necessarily compatible after an upgrade. New features get added, some features get deprecated, so that means that every time that there's a version update, you typically want to retrain your model just to ensure that your model is in the right version as well. And if we're going to be retraining our model, then we will also need to migrate our data files like this nlu.md file. Rasa will be using YAML files going forward as opposed to these markdown files, and there's a couple of benefits to this, but it does mean that we have to convert our files, which is something I will do in the next video.